it's not necessarily because they didn't meditate enough.
Hello?
Hi, my name is Estrella,
O Estrella en español.
and welcome back to my channel, where I talk about social issues, the media, and sometimes myself. So this video is sort of like an update on my spiritual journey. I've made like 1 or 2 videos in the past, so you can check them out. But as you can see in the title, yes, I'm going to talk about how I'm not really obsessed with spirituality anymore, especially law of attraction, even though it has worked for me and seems like it works for a lot of people. I hope you like my new setup. I've yet to decorate it, but I think it's super clean. So my spiritual journey kind of started when I was at rock bottom. Like a lot of people, it was my way to find hope. This was like about a year ago. I was introduced to it by my friend. But yeah, I kind of start from there. I would watch like tarot card readings initially. Once I started getting more into it, I was using manifestation techniques to try to get what I want. And when I got really into it, it was when the pandemic started in March last year. Obviously, I was like really bored, just like everybody else. I just needed something to look forward to, and I wanted to make those things happen. I think I mainly like meditated a lot using manifestation meditations on YouTube. I can link one down below. It worked well for me. So I also did love scripting, pretty much using the basic technique of writing what I want in the present tense as if it has already happened. So those worked really well for me. I guess some examples of how it worked would be how I got accepted into my favorite university program. Even though I did work hard to get into the program, I think manifestation kind of just was the last step for me to like really get it. I was actually so close to not getting into the program until I like messaged the person who was running the program and stuff. So yeah, I would say the manifestation kind of helped me with that. Around this time, I was also getting into like fashion, just like self-expression and all of that. This was also the era of different aesthetics coming out, so I definitely like wanted a new wardrobe, and that I also like manifested. And then I was no longer living at home, so I like also manifested a safe place to live in. I think one of the most sort of direct ways to show how it worked was me winning some scholarships, because I literally was about to like script when I got the notification that I have won a scholarship. So like, you know, I feel like that's not like a coincidence, it happened for a reason. So these are sort of like the main things that helped me. I also like did shadow work, which I actually made a video about. And obviously shadow work is so important. I think a lot of people like miss that step because manifestation seems a lot more fun and it's not as personal. It doesn't require as much self-reflection, but shadow work is super important just so you have like the right foundation and your vibrations are like good and stuff. And then the past few months, I honestly just haven't really done anything with spirituality. Like I got these like crystals that were really cute in the summer last year, and I haven't really used them. I also got these like tarot cards. Like this deck is really cute. But I also haven't used it just because I thought I was like being lazy, but I think honestly it's just because I'm sort of losing interest. I just don't really enjoy spirituality, especially law of attraction, as much anymore, because law of attraction is very much based on the idea that you can get something as long as you have the right intention and you let it go. Let it go meaning you're not like desperate for it or fixated on the idea of getting it. You just sort of let it happen. And I think it's all right, but it suggests that we don't have to work hard for what we get, and we just have to simply use our minds. Obviously, our minds are really powerful, but I think that our actions are also really important, and the effort that we put in. And it's just unrealistic to think that you can manifest something if you don't work for it at all. I know that there are obviously still success stories with just simply using manifestation techniques without really working for it, but like personally, I just don't want to feel like I'm taking the easy route or the shortcut. I want to really like work hard for what I get, and that's how I get my fulfillment. And that's like one of the reasons why law of attraction just doesn't work for me anymore. Another reason is because I feel like it can be addicting when you keep using it and you actually end up getting what you want. Because obviously it kind of adds to your pleasure system. You get rewarded every time you ask for something and it happens. You know, you just feel good. You get adrenaline. You sort of keep chasing that high. That's why I even blew up on TikTok. You know, it just seems so simple. Simple enough for everyone to do. It sort of like becomes a game almost. Like, you know, you get a score if you get something you asked for.
And click the corresponding timestamp and you'll be fast forwarded to your reading.
Yeah, you can start like relying on it too much and get obsessed with it. And I think that because it gives you pleasure and it doesn't take much effort, your work ethic can start to deteriorate. You know, I think there are a lot of reasons why I sort of lost motivation. I mean, one of those things being the pandemic just dragging on. But yeah, one of those things could be practicing law of attraction and just expecting things to come your way every time you ask for something, just because it has happened in the past, and as a result, not working hard for things that you are pursuing. It's kind of like how you can't just become a millionaire overnight when you didn't do anything to make money, you don't have a job, you don't have any income source. Like, how would that happen, right? Yeah, I feel like it could change you in negative ways. And one of the biggest reasons why I don't think law of attraction is great is because it contradicts with the idea that there are different levels of privileges and oppression. Even when people explain why they don't like spirituality, this isn't like the reason that they talk about. As an Asian myself and other people of color, obviously we have less privileges than white people, and similarly LGBTQ plus people also have less privileges. In our world, there are people who are discriminated against based on their identities, and not all of us are on the same level of playing field. So I think it's unrealistic for spiritual gurus or whatever to say things like, oh, like you can get what you want as long as you put in your attention and really let it go. If it's not working, it's probably because you're like desperate and giving off bad energy, which obviously those can be reasons, but it could also be the very fact that the person is just having disadvantages comparing to people who have more privileges. You know, it could be systemic barriers that are stopping them from pursuing what they want. It's not necessarily because they didn't meditate enough. So that's kind of like my biggest problem. Unlike the previous reasons I mentioned, this is not as personal or based on preference. I think this is just something that the whole like manifestation / law of attraction thing contradicts. Someone who is a person of color manifesting to get a corporate job is gonna be a lot harder than a white person manifesting the same job. You know, even if they're doing the same things in terms of manifesting it, statistically, they're gonna get different results. Like, I do agree that our minds are like really powerful and like we can believe in ourselves, but again, there's like systemic barriers that we can't just use our minds to destroy or reform. But again, this is just my opinion, take it or leave it. I just thought I would share it because I don't see a lot of people like having the same perspective as me on this topic. So yeah, if you like spirituality and you like law of attraction, good for you. I still like them, I'm just not like obsessed with it anymore. Overall, I just think that law of attraction only changes your individual experience to a certain degree within the confines of society with different privileges and oppression. I feel like this was one of my more like unpopular opinions, especially if you clicked on this video because you like spirituality and you're in love with it. It is what it is. I said what I said, and it's just my opinion. So yeah. Also, I'm doing a little Q&A session soon, so you can drop your comments in the community post I posted like a few days ago. And as always, let me know what you think of this topic, whether you're into spirituality or not, and just what you think about it. As well, like this video if you learned anything new or found it interesting, and subscribe for more videos like this. I post every week, trying to post a little bit more in the summer. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
Hold on. Can we switch the language?